Clubs after Bonamy makes a startling discovery. The two of you become inspired to revive an ancient and epic tournament. Sick. I need the food. Meet Barnaby. You're soaked straight through. Are you alright? No, I'm not. I'm even better than alright. You'll never believe what I found while I was at the bottom of the lagoon in the Hippogriff Clubhouse. What in the name of Molin's beard were you doing at the bottom of the Hippogriff Lagoon? Not studying, I can tell you that. I've been feeling a bit restless, because of the massive amount of schoolwork we have had lately. It's just been the regular amount of schoolwork. Exactly, and that's a lot. Fair enough. We spend so much time indoors with our heads in our books, and it can all be so dry. Do you agree with me? I'd most definitely agree. I'm glad you feel the same way. Our adventures together are the best. It'd be much rather be spending time searching for Squawk with you than sitting in a musty old library. And speaking of the Hippogriff Club, I was about 4 pages into my reading for our History of Magic class before I started to feel a bit cooped up. So I decided to have some fun and challenge the Kelpie to breath holding contest in the Hippogriff Lagoon. No one said I was planning to win, fair enough. I had counted all the way up to 26 when I spotted this on the lagoon's full. What is that? It's a book. A bit mad, isn't it? I jumped into the lagoon to get away from book, only to find another one when I got there. I know it's a book, but what I meant was what's written inside of it. That's exactly the thing I wanted to speak with you about. You stumbled upon the journal of Olin Oakwood, the founding member of the Hippogriff Club. Smashing, isn't it? And inside, Olin talks about something called the Trials of Iron, Oak and Flame, an epic tournament held between the 3 clubs' founding members. Olin Oakwood of Hippogriff, Marjetta Ironbark of Dragon Club, and Skylar Flame of Sphinx Club. I've never heard about the tournament before. How could you? The only mention of it has been sitting at the bottom of the lagoon until now. Given that we are both looking to make our studies a bit more active and exciting, I wonder if a recreation of this historic contest between the 3 clubs may be the perfect way to liven things up. Orchestrate a tournament of clubs. That's an absolute brilliant. Hippogriff Club is in, obviously, but if we are going to do an all-club competition, we'll need to convince Sphinx and Dragon Club as well. As it just so happens, you have a friend that belongs to both of those clubs. Who would that be? Me. Let's head over to Sphinx Club straight away and see if we can convince the other members to participate. Welcome to the Sphinx Club. Isn't it smashing? It really is. I always wondered what the place looked like, and it's more amazing than I imagined. But I'm confused. Where do you keep your club's Kelpie? We don't have a Kelpie here in the Sphinx Club. And we don't have Balmy Trits here either. The Sphinx Club is a place for students who thrive at academics. So what are you doing here, Lee? Is here as my guest. We are planning to revive an ancient competition between all 3 clubs. And so Barnaby and I came here to see if Sphinx Club would be interested in participating. That would be a great opportunity to show off some of the difficult spells I've been working on. I recently perfected a new charm that I heard about from a 6U, the Confundness charm. But you probably don't even know what the Confundness charm is. When cast, the Confundus charm causes the target to become confused. Clearly, you're not quite as confused as your befuddled companion. But even though you got the answer right, it doesn't mean that you'd be able to keep up with me in the tournament. I'll tell you what, I'll agree to enroll in the Sphinx Club in your little contest. If you can prove this competition will actually be worthy of our time, let's duel. Sick, let's duel then. Expelliarmus. Alright, so you have proven that you are serious about this competition. You can count the Sphinx Club in for your tournament. Smashing news, welcome to the competition. You could join our team if you wanted to. After all, you are already a member of the Sphinx Club. And you were surprisingly helpful in the past when that whole Fubble Rome fiasco happened. With you by our side, Sphinx Club would be certain to come out of this contest as the most powerful club at Hogwarts. Mila, I'll certainly consider the possibility of joining your club. Barnaby and I still have work to do. Now that Sphinx Club's on board, we need to go to the Dragon Club. To sign up, the tournament of clubs will officially be on. Do. Thanks for inviting me to come along with you and to the Dragon Club. I've never been here before either, and now that I'm inside, I can see what all the hype's about. It's my pleasure. The clubhouse looks better than ever since we held a fundraiser to restore the broken statue. But thankfully for us, there aren't any rogue Quidditch objects wrecking havoc around here today. You two haven't by any chance seen the golden snitch fly past recently? As you were just saying? No, Jay, we haven't seen the golden snitch fly by, but while Barnaby and I have you here, we came to officially invite Dragon Club to participate in the epic tournament we are organizing. It's an ancient competition between all three clubs that we read about in the Lost Journal. Lost Journal, you say? That sounds rare and possibly valuable too. There's a snitch. Help me catch the snitch and tell me about the ancient contest.
So according to the Oakwood's Journal, the original contest consisted of several rounds, with each round representing various skill sets of the club's founders. Will consist of 4 rounds: Gobstone's Dueling, Cave for Magical Creatures, and finally an all clubs showdown in which no single club will have an advantage over the other. I can't wait for the Sphinx Club to crush our competition. This is going to be a friendly contest, a fun and active way of showing off our club's unique strengths. Tournament referees, if I catch anyone playing unfairly, they will be disqualified from the competition. We'll have to be careful to keep this contest a secret from our professors. If any of them catches on to what we're up to, we can all say, delicious to our tournament. Now that we have all gone over the ground rules, are we ready to begin the tournament? But before we do, there's one little matter that still needs to get attended to. Choose which club they will be representing for the competition. You should join the Sphinx Club, join the Dragon Club. And I don't want to complicate things, but Hippogriff would love to have you on their side. You did such a great job tackling the down Squawk and restoring the book received from him. I'm honored that each of you want me to represent your club. Before you do, perhaps it would be good for you to visit each club so you can really get a feel for them. Then I choose which one I'll represent, and the tournament of clubs will finally be ready to begin. Let's go meet Barnaby. Welcome to the Hippogriff Club. I know you are already familiar with our clubhouse, as you helped us stow the Hippogriff Club's first fiesta to celebrate the safe return of our baby Alchemy. I figured it would be good for you to spend a bit more time here before you decide which team to represent. So this is the spot where you found Oakwood's journal, right here at the bottom of the lagoon. Ever since I found it, I kept wondering how it wound up there in the first place. Do you have any guesses? Maybe Oakwood intentionally tossed it into the lagoon because he didn't want it anymore. Or he was trying to hide it because he didn't want anyone else to read what was inside. The more I think you just might be right. What do you mean by that? After he went over the rules of Oakwood from the Oakwood Journal, I decided to read a bit further. On the bright side, I finally found an exciting book I truly enjoy reading. But on the dark side, I discovered a section of Oakwood's journal that I think you need to know about. Why don't you join me over at the divination area? If what you have just revealed to me is correct, Arlen wasn't friends with Marjetta Ironbark or Scarlet Flame at all, and to the contrary, they challenged Olin to the trials because they were jealous and wanted to prove they were more powerful. Defeated them and won the tournament. The study group fell apart, and each formed their own club, dedicating to the areas of studies that suited them best. I had no idea our clubs were originally founded because of a rivalry, but I sure am glad that there's no hatred between the three clubs these days, only friendly competition. Made that clear when we laid out the rules for our version of the tournament. I know you still have 2 more clubhouses to visit before you make your decision, but I really do hope you'll choose to represent Hippogriff. Thanks for taking the time to show me around. But speaking of the other clubhouses, I'd better head over to the Sphinx Club next. Thanks for meeting me. I'm spending time with each of the clubs to decide, and the Sphinx Club is next on my list. You're not under Imperial, you're obviously free to do whatever you like, but if I were you, I wouldn't waste my time with those other clubs. I'd join straight to the winning team. Already a member, surely you know that the winning team is going to be Sphinx Club. Of course I am. Sphinx Club is the best, and I'm not just saying that because I happen to be a member. You should explore the clubhouse. Thanks, don't mind if I do. I found the book on the bookshelf while I was exploring the clubhouse.
It's the historical manuscript with my Sphinx Club founder Skylar Flame, entitled All in the Cheat. All in Oakwood, the founder of Hippogriff Club, that's which, what did it say? The contents of this dissertation detail the disastrous deeds of a cruel wizard, a liar and a cheat who pretended to be my friend, but turned out to be more destructive than a fiend fire curse who destroys everything it touches. I had a feeling the trials of Iron Oak and Flame weren't just a friendly competition, but something isn't adding up. Skylar and Margetta were the aggressors, all and accused them of bullying him. Whose account do you truly believe? Right now, I'm not sure who to believe. Accused each other of terrible things, but it's hard to know the actual truth. That is it. But personally, I'd believe a Sphinx over Hippogriff any day of the week. One thing's for certain, there's clearly more to the story than Oakwood's little journal. I'll try to learn more from the Dragon Club, which happens to be my last club to visit. Thanks for taking the time to meet with me. Dragon Club is the last stop for my tour before I choose which team. I knew you'd be back because Dragon Club is clearly where you belong. You're the one of the best duelists I know, and you have a knack for adventure. After you came through for me with that snitch, no questions asked, I'm more than happy to help. There is something that I could use your help with while I'm here. I need to get to the bottom of what really happened to the original trials of Iron Oak and Flame. Journal says the club's founders were rivals, that's why they held the battle. But I was poking around Sphinx Club and found evidence contradicting Oakwood's story. I'm wondering if you could help me cross the artifacts from the club's founders. Let's take a look around. There's something hidden within the flame in that torch. That's odd. I've scoured every inch of this place, but I've never noticed this before. Doesn't seem like it seemed to be burning. Must be under some sort of protection spell. If only we had something to protect us from the flames. A fire protection potion, because I've got one of those. You do. I'm Jacob. Normally I would charge you for such a rare, desperately needed item. But since you were such a soppy, selfish do-gooder when you gave me that snitch, I'm feeling generous. Thanks, Jay. Bottoms up. That should do the trick. Now reach into that torch, and let's find out the priceless treasure hidden within. Just put it in his pocket, nice. It's an old photograph of Allen Oakwood and Majata Ironbark. And look, there's something written on the photograph. Best and closest friends, Majata, yours, Olin. He called Majeta a jealous bully. Here in this photo, Olin and Majeta appear to be the best of friends. I wasn't sure whose account to trust before, and clearly there's still more to the story than meets the eye. With every new artifact we discover, the truth of what really happened is becoming more complicated. If anyone's at the school who can solve a true Hogwarts mystery, it's you. I'm afraid the mystery will have to wait just a little bit longer, because it's time to head to the training ground so you can make a big decision. You alright? And once I have, we can finally begin the tournament of clubs. I'm picking Dragon Club because I just like that club the most. I've just returned from visiting all three clubhouses, and after exploring each of them, I can certainly say that they have all been full of surprises. With a load of tosh, Oakwood was a liar and a cheat who was pretending to make friends so he could win, make the mystery even more complicated. I found a photo of all in a Majata in Dragon Club where they appeared to be best friends. But there was one mystery we can solve right now. Which club Dane wants to represent. We are all eager to find out who you choose, but before you do, perhaps it may be helpful if each of us made a final argument. I'll be ready to make my final. Now that you have heard each club make the final case for you why you should join them, you have had a chance to spend time at each of the clubs as well. It's time to make your big decision. I'm gonna pick Dragon Club. After careful consideration, I've decided to represent Dragon Club. That's smashing news, mate. I had a feeling Dragon Club would be the right choice. With you on our team, we'll get up to some proper mischief. I look forward to competing alongside you and all the other members of Dragon Club. You have found the club that's right for you, and now that you have, we can finally start the tournament. Smashing, I'll round up my fellow Dragon Club teammates, and together we'll head over to the courtyard. Part 3! Welcome one and welcome all to the Tournament of Clubs. Your host and referee for these most challenging and trying trials, Barnaby Lee. I recently found out this contest was originally held by our club's founders. Not sure of the exact year, but it was definitely long time ago. Will consist of 4 rounds. Each one is worth a point. So, for instance, if you were to win all the rounds, you would wind up with a total of 4 points. Barnaby, thank you. The club with the most points at the end of the tournament wins. What will the first round challenge be? Honor and Scholar Flame and the Sphinx Club with a friendly game of gobstones. Today's matchups are between Hippogriffs Liz Tuttle and Dragon Club's J. Kim Mueller-Stein of Sphinx versus Hippogriffs Charlie Weasley. And Dragon Club's Dane versus Sphinx Club Esmeralda Mook. Peers will be competing against each other. You should have joined Hippogriff when you had the chance. Now it's going to cost you. That's the last of your gobstones, which means I win. Man, that's some BS. It was an incredible effort played by all. Esmeralda and Mueller both won their matches. Sphinx has officially won the first round. Good game, your gobstone skills. Man, I didn't even get to beat. That's some BS. I didn't even get to play. There's still plenty of time to tone things around. Let's all head over to the training grounds. Man, I thought I'd actually be able to compete, but I'm not actually able to compete. Welcome to the round 2 of the tournament. In the last challenge, we honored Scholar Flame. It was the Sphinx Club that came out on top. Dragon Club gave it our best shot, but we couldn't just beat. All of you will have another chance. Second round honors Marjetta Ironbach with a dueling challenge. Chiara from Sphinx will be dueling Liz. Jay will be up against Talbot. And Dan will be battling very own Tonks. You'd better watch your back. Draw your on. Set duel. And we don't get Expelliarmus. Well done. Since you and Jay both won your duels, Dragon Club wins the round and scores the first points. That means we all tied up with Jinx now. What's that supposed to mean? You seem to be awfully chummy with our referee. After all, you and Bonamy cooked up this contest. I promise you that as the tournament's referee, I'm not playing favorites. Except maybe my pet Gnarl the Gnarl. He really is my favorite. Bonamy is many things, but he's not a cheater. Sorry for accusing you both. This competition is really starting to get intense. Now that the matter is settled, we can move on to round 3 of the tournament. What challenges in store, and you'll find out. So basically, each club wins their own fucking challenge, and then the 4th challenge, maybe I'll actually be able to compete in it to see if I win. Or there won't even be a 4th challenge, I don't know. Because Hippogriff Club will win this one. Because it's still a challenge. Now that you have assembled all of us here, and Dragon Club has a shot of taking lead after we tied things up, and Korean minds need to know what the 3rd round challenge is going to be. But they are about to get even harder. The 3rd round will honor the Oakwood's Hippogriff Club with the fire crab catching contest. 2 contestants from each club will race to capture the 3 fire crabs, and the first team to do so wins. As I recall, they can be quite dangerous, especially if you find yourself on the wrong end of one. Thanks for the clarification. What are the teams? From my very own Hippogriff, we have Andre and Tonks. The competitors from Sphinx will be Esmeralda and Talbot. Penny and Docus will be catching the fire crabs for Dragon Club. It sounds like you and I are about to get real close with some fire crabs. Perhaps we should take Barnaby's advice and try to approach these creatures from directly head on. Let's let the fire crab catching. Look at me over there, what the fuck? Oh, everyone, huddle up, the round is officially over. Did one of the teams catch 3 fire crabs already? As it stands, Dragon Club is the closest right now with 2 between you and Penny, and I had to end the round early because I have just learned that someone has been breaking the rules. Esmeralda told me that she saw your teammates Penny aid in Hippogriff Club. Penny, is that true? Fire crab slipped away through Tonks' hand, and I was worried it was going to get lost. Thought of it terrorizing Hogwarts, blasting unexpected students. I had to do something. Oh my god, this is dumb. So did what you did what you thought was right to protect the school. May see it that way, but the rules are the rules, and this competition official referee disqualified the entire round. No points will be awarded. Does that mean the score is still tied up between Dragon and Sphinx? It's up to our final round, showdown, and determine which team wins the Tournament of Clubs. Let's all head over to the training grounds. Man, I thought Hippogriff was gonna win since it was the round. Wizards and Witches, welcome to the final showdown of the Tournament of Clubs. 3 impressive rounds, and also somehow managing to avoid getting caught by our professors. The score is all tied up between Dragon and Sphinx. We'd be in the lead right now if the last round wasn't cancelled due to Dragon Club cheating. Stop the fire crab from getting loose in Hogwarts. What she did was a mad bull. What are the rules for the showdown? Get knocked down and you're out. That's it. You can fly or you can use magical abilities you have to knock your opponents over. But I do ask everyone to be careful not to hurt each other. Always make eye contact with your opponent before engaging to be extra safe. After all, the whole tournament is at stake. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure Sphinx comes out on top. The final round showdown officially starts. That's it. We are down to just 3 surviving competitors. Ismelda, Jay, and Darko Stain. Better make that 2 because this one's for Finks and Skylar Flame for Plindo. Jay, no. Are you alright? Say something. He's unconscious. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. What in the name of heaven is going on here? I didn't mean to hit him, I swear. I can explain everything. You most certainly can, and you will. Fellow students has been seriously hurt. We must tend to him immediately. I certainly hope for all of our sakes he will be. You and I are going to have a serious conversation, and we must transfer Mr. Kim to hospital in Part 4. As you know, I was quite disturbed by the chaos I witnessed. Not only will you and your friends be breaking several Hogwarts rules, but Jay Kim is now seriously injured. We rushed him here, but he still is unconscious from being thrown off his broom. But the situation is quite serious. Students fighting students, and on such a large scale. Bad, I believe the word I used was disturbing. It's shown on Red Eye Potion, so Jay must remain in this state for now. I simply cannot understand how you students could let something like this happen. But it got a bit too heated. Go on, I'd very much like to understand what was going on. Though I can't ignore what's happened here today, I do understand your actions now. How you meant to honor the club's founders by recreating what you called the Trials of Iron, Oak, and Flame. The tournament was designed to be a celebration of the clubs, but it got out of hand. I've always hoped the clubs would bring students together, but by creating this so-called ancient battle, you have only caused more separation. I'm saddened to see history repeating itself. You mean you know the story behind the original trials? It's clear you are worried about your friend, and I can only hope you're alone from that feeling. I suggest you consider more than one perspective when consulting the debris of history. It's not me you need to make anything up to, your injured friend.
You alright? It was our competition that pitted the clubs against each other. So perhaps Barnaby and I can bring them together again by doing something meaningful for Jay. There you are. Everyone's upset after seeing Jay get hurt. I spoke with McGonagall, and to call her upset would be putting it lightly. Feeling a bit heavy myself. It was supposed to be fun celebration of clubs. Instead, everyone tone on each other. It's like we forgot we were all friends. Maybe someone used a memory spell or something. But it didn't happen all at once. Each round was a little more intense than the one before it. Professor McGonagall said she was sad to see history repeat itself. I'm not sure this is the history books. When I asked her to say more, she wouldn't. I'm starting to wonder if this isn't the first time something like this has happened. Or perhaps we are possessed by ancient spirits. I'm not sure I followed. The clues I found simply don't add up. The portrait of Olin and Majata and Scarlo's manuscript. If the founders actually were close, as these portraits suggest, perhaps the competition tore them apart. We can't let that happen today. What happened today drive us apart for good. There must be something we can do to bring us all back together. Do something nice for Jay, and perhaps we can get members of each club to help us do it. What do you know about Wide-Eye Potion? I know lots, actually. And whenever I do, Madame Pomfrey uses Wide-Eye Potion to wake me. Mention that there was a shortage of Wide-Eye Potions. So perhaps we could brew a fresh batch to wake Jay up. We'll need to collect the ingredients and amass the potion brewer as well. Let's go over the ingredients. We know the ingredients to Wide-Eye Potion. Now, how are we going to get them? We lovable hippogriffs can scavenge up some wolfsbane and stain the ingredient, no problem. And our experts in Defense Against the Dark Arts Dragon Club will get that third ingredient. My brain's done a backflip. Can you remember the final ingredient? Braxton hair? That doesn't sound right. Let's focus and try again. Snake fans. That's it. With those on hand, we'll be ready to brew the some Wide-Eye Potion. Now we have got all the ingredients straight, so let's put out a call to each club. Last I heard, she was studying in the Sphinx clubhouse, so we could all meet there to brew the potion. We can stop history from repeating itself. I'll meet you in the Sphinx Club. We're all here. I hope no one had trouble tracking down the ingredients. He still hasn't woken up since he was knocked off his boom. Ben brought us some snake fans that he found in Dragon Club. They are so creepy and cruel looking. I just love them. And Liz let me borrow the wolfsbane. And stain ingredients from Hippogriff Club too. We need stain ingredient. It just sounds like something that's in everything. Thanks everyone, and thanks for responding so quickly. Ever since Jay got hurt, I've been wishing I could help in some way, so I was thrilled to hear
you needed someone to help brew the potion. Club to club to spread the word, and one thing is clear, everyone's worried about Jay. I never meant to hurt him, but everything... it's alright, Jay will forgive you. Especially when he learns you jumped at the chains to help him. I figured that helping out with the Wide-Eye potion was the least I could do. And thanks to you and everyone else, we have all the ingredients we need. So it's time for our potion expert, Penny, to work her magic. Let's get started. One final stir and the Wide-Eye potion is complete. Thanks to the ingredients you all brought and Penny's hard work, we are all done. Now, potions never come together that fast when it's just me. In fact, they often don't come together at all. Now let's hurry to the hospital, and we won't pour the potion onto him on me. Jay will simply drink it. I'll hurry to the hospital and now. Madame Pomfrey tests our potion. She'll give it to Jay, and hopefully we'll see immediate results. I'm so excited. I wish we had some way to keep ourselves busy. Perhaps we could prepare a welcome coming home party in Jay's honor. That's brilliant. I'll spread the word to the other clubs, then we can get Dragon Club ready for Jay's big return. Hi, we have prepared Dragon Club for Jay's return from the hospital inn, but we still don't know if he's awake yet. Haven't heard anything since we finished brewing our Wide-Eye potion. Penny took the potion to Madame Pomfrey. We should find out any minute if it actually worked. We'll recover from being knocked out off his broom during the tournament. Uh-oh. How's Jay? Before I give you the update on your friend, there was something important I'd like to discuss. Gather around, students. I'm only going to say this once. I'm proud of all of you, impressed with how quickly you came together to help your friend. It's clear you value each other's contributions to the Wide-Eye potion, which was among the best we have seen. You have shown how much the clubs can accomplish when they work together. It's a team effort. I just gave everyone a nudge in the right direction. Appreciate your modesty, and it's wise to stay humble. I believe we will all remember just how much you accomplished today. I must admit, it's a relief to see history is not repeating itself. We're always enemies, but after revealing some ancient artifacts in other clubhouses, it's starting to wonder if perhaps the founders started out as close friends, and their competitiveness got in the way of their compassion and drove them apart just like us. The original study group was meant to balance each member's unique strengths, and ultimately held a competition to prove who was most powerful, turning good friends into grudging enemies, and for that reason the professors decided to hide Oakwood's journal where no one would look for it. We hoped the storied animosity of the club's founders would fade in time. The clubs could one day operate in harmony with one another. It seems to me that day has finally come, thanks to you. Wait a second, you're all members of Dragon Club. You're back. How are you feeling? Like a million galleons. And speaking of which, all my contacts have been reaching out, wanting to know how I got my hands on such a powerful Wide-Eye potion. Now that I'm back on 2 feet, I'm dying to know who won the tournament. Each of the clubs came out as a winner, but there's one student in particular whose efforts made the reunification of our beloved clubs possible. You preserved the original spirit of the clubs, reunited your friends after a harrowing experience. As a token of appreciation, I made something for you. Wow, great. I don't want that portrait. You'll always remember the spirit in which the clubs were founded and how you kept that spirit alive by uniting the clubs. Thank you, Professor. Speaking of uniting the clubs, it's time for us all to come together and enjoy Jay's welcome party.